Hey, good morning. Hey, how are you all this morning? Welcome online to Little Rock. We have a great crowd this morning. I'm so excited you're all here for Loblolly Creamery. How many of you is this your first time at One Lane Cups? Look at that. Thanks for coming this morning. We're so glad to have you all here. We're going to watch a short video. It's going to explain a little bit about what this program is, what are we doing here every week. So just watch.
One Lane Cups is a weekly educational program developed by the Kaufman Foundation.
Over the years, we've added more cities. It's a great energy here to see what's happening across the country.
What I've learned from other entrepreneurs is very, very valuable. Sitting in a room on people that have ideas too, it helps people to move. You know what? My idea is something that's worth it. It's worth going after. Even if it looks like a challenge, I should still go out and try to do it.
Okay, so basically we're here to celebrate stories of entrepreneurship and small business. And this morning also we're going to have Loblolly Creamery. Before we get started with that, I just want to tell you a little bit about we've got this board over here that's going on where we've got a lot of information about hashtags and Facebook pages where you can connect with us and with Loblolly, and we would really love it if you guys would play with us on social media. Also, we have a few sponsors that we need to thank today. The Innovation Hub, obviously, for letting us use this space every week and just meetings here. We have the Arkansas ASTV, small d TVC. I'm going to learn it. I'm sorry. But it's the Small Business Technology and Development Center. It's one of our more recent sponsors. And then we also have Lavis Coffee. I hope you're all enjoying some Lavis Coffee this morning. So thank you all for being here. Today we have Sally Mengel from Loblolly. And Sally is actually a friend of the hub, very much so. And she's been at the Maker Fair here the last 2 years. And she's going to be back in May. It's the 15th, I think I got that right. What? 13th, sorry. May 13th, the Maker Fair. She's going to be back, and if you're not sampling some of the ice cream this morning, you can get some back on the counter over there. But she'll be here again on the 13th for the Maker Fair. She should come out and support that and Loblolly. And I guess with that, Sally, are you ready? Let's do it. Please welcome Sally.
Cool. Hi, guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, thank you to the Innovation Hub with 1 Million Cups for inviting me. This is actually a refill for Loblolly Creamery at 1 Million Cups. And let me know if you can't hear me. We're good? Okay, cool. I came to 1 Million Cups in 2014. So this will be a fun refill. Awesome. Okay, well, who has heard of Loblolly Creamery besides today? Just getting in. Okay, general gist. Who likes ice cream? Yay! Okay. Just making sure, because we're going to be talking about ice cream. Okay, so Loblolly Creamery, we kind of started in 2011 because one, I like ice cream. Two, there was a void in the ice cream community here in Little Rock. There was no small batch ice cream here. And three, I kind of I'm not good with having a boss. So I wanted to start my own company. I did that in college with a coffee cart. It's actually the only student-run business still in at my college at Emory University. It's still going on now. It's not a cart. It's a coffee shop. So it's very exciting. The Green Bean. If you're in Atlanta, check it out on the Emory campus. Okay. Well, so this is my our first picture. It's us winning the Arkansas Cornbread Festival in 2011. Our first ice cream flavor we ever made was buttermilk. We got our ice cream machine the day before the Cornbread Festival. And before that, me and the other founder, Rachel, who's pictured there with one of the cornbread ribbons on her cardigan, we would just make ice cream at our house. And then we decided to debut at the Arkansas Cornbread Festival, which was the first Arkansas Cornbread Festival. And it probably wasn't a good idea to try to make ice cream the midnight before with the machines we never used. But we did. It came out chunky and icy, and I was like, oh my God, we can't do this. We can't start an ice cream company. But this is our victory photo, because somehow we won non-traditional cornbread. It was a buttermilk ice cream with caramel, polenta corn cake, and a berry compote. And that helped me reaffirm that we can do this, and people do want to eat something that I make and is edible, so we went for it. And that's the Sunday special we did. So Loblolly Creamery, we make handcrafted small batch ice cream and other sweet treats like handcrafted sodas, cookies, baked goods. We make everything from scratch, from our whipped cream to our maraschino cherries, which are really Loblolly cherries, hot fudge, waffle cones, pretty much everything we make from scratch. And that's our foundation, is we wanted to be able to know how to make everything. We even made our sprinkles for a while, but that's the only thing we kind of outsource because it was time consuming. The one thing about my business is that we just jumped in, obviously just like buying an ice cream machine the day before, saying, yeah, we can do ice cream, not really doing any market research or focus groups or, you know, like doing numbers, I mean, finance. We just kind of jumped in and said, I think people like ice cream. We think there's a void in Arkansas with handcrafted small batch ice cream, and we think we can do it. Not realizing though, if you're thinking about ever doing a food product and manufacturing it and trying to wholesale it, thinking about distribution is really important and how your product fares. So we make ice cream, it melts quickly, and you need it constantly frozen. So I didn't think that at first, but you know, we kind of do things and then we figure out how to make the system. But the beautiful thing about ice cream, this is why I started, is that it's kind of an art form, it's kind of a medium. Ice cream, you make sweet cream, it's kind of like your base, like your white paint, and you can really like put any flavor you want into it, any color. You can make it sweet, salty, savory, bitter. It's really neat, and it's also really neat on your palate because freezing flavors, it kind of, what am I trying to say? It melts on your tongue differently, so the flavors are different. So like spicy things don't hit right away, hits in the back of your throat when it's frozen. Really weird, but awesome. So we kind of did it because we're creative, artistic types, I guess, and we saw art as our medium. So we had a passion for ice cream. And another thing is, a big thing about Loblolly is we wanted to make creative flavors. So we didn't want to just do the classic flavors that are standards. We did want to do that, and we wanted to make them really good, but we wanted to do some fun flavors, like a beet sorbet or curry ice cream, you know, something different and unique. Another thing of our mission is that we wanted to support local. One big reason is we're a local company. We want people to support us. So we want to support our friends. We want to support local farmers, local artists and producers like us. We want to support local community members that are doing really cool things, nonprofits. We want to have a community that we build together with other people through food trucks, through cool community events like Legends of Arkansas. And we want to support our friends. This is Jerry. I love him. He grows amazing watermelons with Josh Harden or Harden Farms or Laughing Stock Farms. And it's been really fun to get to know people that grow things. And that's really important because it's really cool to know the people that make your food. I don't know. And also they make really good fruit. Like their watermelons are the best. And I think such a lot of fun. Another big identifier of Loblolly is Soma. That's South Main Street in Little Rock, south of I-630. It's a really neat neighborhood, and I've been really grateful to be able to watch it develop. I moved here after college, where I went in college in Atlanta, coffee cart, doing that thing. Moved here in '09, and somehow I found my home in South Main, like physically a home, and my work, and my community, and my neighbors, and my friends all seem to be centered around there. And in the beginning, it was not a lot of development. After the tornado in 1999, it kind of didn't, nothing. I mean, it got redeveloped. There was a food giant, but slowly with private funding, it's been developing, and it's really neat to watch. Have people been to Soma? Yay! Cool. So it's a big identifier, and it's really neat to be part of a small neighborhood community. I think that's unique about Little Rock in general, and North Little Rock is that it's kind of, like not too small of a town, but that medium size where everyone really likes to support your business, and that's been really lovely. And then this awesome building is the Burgess building. Something I didn't know that was going to be kind of important to me when starting a business is the history of where I started my business. So Soma was a hopping place in the early 1900s, well, 40s to 60s. But this was an old pharmacy with a soda fountain from 1905 to 1967. Supposedly the only pharmacy, well, the last pharmacy in Arkansas to have a liquor license, pharmaceutical license, and gun license. So it's a very interesting place. In 1967, when it closed, people tell me stories about how they walk in and there's a liquor cabinet of red wine and guns in the front. And I wish I could have gone and seen this, but anyways, it was Dawson's Drugstore, really, really cool place. And this is where the Green Corner store is. I started working there with Shelly Green in '09, and she gave me this opportunity to start the soda fountain. That's how Loblolly started. It really was, I was thinking like lemonade stand when I started this business with Rachel. This is a soda fountain where I can make ice cream, give it to people, kind of like a coffee cart, very small, direct, hands-on. That's all I was really thinking about. And it's really neat. We wanted to bring back the soda fountain atmosphere, handcrafted sodas, ice cream, phosphates, egg creams, that kind of thing. So that's where it started. Then we got a truck. It was an old food truck. And the reason why is we were starting to be asked to do events and like samplings in festivals and things. And again, the thing about the product is it melts and it always needs to be frozen. And schlepping things was really kind of wearing on me since we still have the soda fountain. So schlepping coolers wasn't really professional either. People didn't seem to want to approach me with like random white coolers and be like, here, would you like some ice cream we made? So we got a food truck. And one thing we always want to try is have be intentional about our footprint. So if we're making something new, let's try to reuse or do it in an environmental way. Think about our waste. Food service, a lot of waste. But we made our truck solar powered because one other thing about the carbon footprint, I guess not carbon footprint, but the white noise, you create as a business. I really hate generators, so we did solar panels to power our freezers and our electricity, and it's been really great, especially at more intimate events that we've gone to where it can be quiet, like a wedding. During the ceremony, you probably don't want to hear the generator going on. But that's been great that we've gotten to go to people with our ice cream. We don't have to wait for them to come to us, we can go to you. Oh, what's the truck's name? I don't know, the Loblolly mobile? Preston? It's Preston. That was the name from the previous owner. We do a lot of weddings. People like ice cream, something different, something unique. And it's really neat to be able to have a business where people think, oh, that's unique, that's different, that's creative, that's fun, and that we get to provide those words to people like for their events that we can provide that. We got into wholesale. I was not thinking about doing pints or distributing or using that word distributing when I started my business. But friends that worked at restaurants were like, oh, you make ice cream for us. And so we started making ice cream with restaurants. We started, and then grocery stores were like, oh, can we carry your ice cream? Like, sure. I don't know if this is a good model for a business, but I always said yes. It causes burnout, but I've gotten to do a lot of fun things. So we've gone around Arkansas and just, if anyone wanted ice cream, I delivered it in the food truck, in my car. Just last year, we got a freezer truck, which is really exciting. But we deliver all over Arkansas now, from Fayetteville, Bentonville, Eureka Springs, to Jonesboro, Clarksville, Paris, Arkansas, really anywhere that someone wants it, we'll try to figure it out. And it's amazing that people that will purchase this, because we are an expensive product, we're high-end, we're a small business, we have to cover our costs with the ice cream, so it's a premium product, but somehow Arkansas can support that, and that's pretty amazing. So like I said before, other restaurants carry our products. We get to do really fun stuff with our ice cream. We've done ice cream sandwiches with Chunky Dunk in Fayetteville. We do beer floats at Flyway, the brewery right over there in North Little Rock. And we've even done a frozen hot dog with hot dog with wieners. So we get to do fun things, partner with other businesses, and get to kind of recreate and desserts and do really fun pop-ups. Like in the beginning, we would do boozy milkshakes at Whitewater. We love to do pop-up menus at different places and bring people to the soda fountain to do pop-up menus, like Kaya Chocolate from Fayetteville or Izzard did a chocolate takeover at the soda fountain. So I love collaboration. I think that's super important with the business. And you know, like that's kind of like networking, but working together and learning from each other, and you gain this like support of business friends. It's lovely and it's fun. I don't know. And somehow we've been recognized. There's a really fun cookbook, The Best Ice Creams in the 50 States. It's on the counter where there's ice cream. Again, please go up and get more ice cream. You can put ice cream in your coffee, take some ice cream home with you. And the cookbook's there, but we were including a cookbook. People like eating our ice cream. It's great. And we started getting recognition pretty early on. In 2014, it was still just kind of a very small group. It was just me, Rachel, and her brother Dan, and maybe a few soda jerks. But we were doing everything. And it was crazy, it was fun. I cried a lot. I was on my phone a lot. I was at the soda fountain a lot. And I think a big learning lesson for me is to ask for help. And that's really hard when you feel like your business is your baby and you don't want to like give that away, right? I don't know if anyone, if you've had a child or a dog or a business, you know that feeling. So it was a lot. We were doing the truck events, we were at the soda fountain, we were packaging, we were making the ice cream, we were doing the finances terribly, we were doing the PR, we were doing all of this. And then I, again, on my phone crying, and realizing I needed help. And that was me. Rachel and me doing the accounting was like I think when you start a business, don't put money into marketing, like you do guerrilla marketing, you can sample with your food, you know, put money into a bookkeeper and an accountant, like just do it, like it doesn't, just do it. Because I really wish I learned about taxes. and I probably should have gone to school for business, but didn't. But there's lovely organizations and there's tons that will give you free advice and help you. And SCORE is amazing. And actually, we found our CEO. We have a CEO, Peter. He's amazing. He does all of our finances, and now we have a bookkeeper. And I took classes at Arkansas Small Business and Technology Development Center. Really good stuff. And not only looking for organizations for support and help and advice, but your team. So my mom is a co-owner now, and our team has changed and evolved, and we've grown a lot and learned. Obviously, business, you don't think about people, like your staff, your team, the management. I just think about like ice cream and social media and events and who I want to work with, but really like the foundation and how to be successful are the people that are on your team, like who you work with every day, and your other support. So like my mom, like she saved me and saved the business. And now that it's always been a family business, but the fact that it's a family business is like this really strong support and foundation. And it's just really nice to have people that care about the business. And obviously finding that purpose. My purpose is, I guess, to make ice cream for Arkansas. It's a labor of love. Again, it melts. Love melts. So thinking about that, what else can Loblolly make that doesn't melt, doesn't need freezing? We've kind of thought about that, especially in the wintertime when it gets cold and people don't want to eat ice cream because they're cold. We've started not expanding our line because we don't like distribute it, but we started, like thinking about other things that go with ice cream. So like cookies and marshmallows, we make a lot of marshmallows because we started using that at the bottom of our ice cream cones, and then people are like, oh, I love these marshmallows, can we buy them? Like, okay, cool, sure, let's make them. But now I'm a little more careful than I used to be, but when we make something, we have to be careful when we introduce it because then we'll have to keep making it. So the marshmallows, they're great, they're fun, but they're sticky and messy, and it's another thing that we have to make and think about quality and packaging, and do we have them available to our wholesale customers like at grocery stores and stuff. So we just kind of dive in and like, let's try to make something and see if people like it, and then we seem to get stuck making it in addition, which is fine. We did this, we had a kombucha stint where we were making kombucha wholesale too. It was interesting. But one thing that has stuck, and I've been really surprised, is macarons. We started making a ton of those. People love them. These little like French cookies made with almond flour, gluten-free, that's the selling point. But they're colorful, fun, tiny, small. I should have brought some, I guess. But yeah. Another thing are poop emoji cookies. I mean, tacky, some would say, but they sell like hotcakes, so you just never know what's going to sell. We're an ice cream company again, that's our foundation, but these macarons and cookies have saved us through the wintertime, have created like more, I guess, like sellable surface area at the soda fountain. That's something new I'm learning about. And have created like an impulse, like grab and go that people can just take with them. And this has become, I don't know if it's a good thing, but like people have recognized these cookies with Loblolly now. And it's fun, it breaks the ice, it's weird. So we've done all this, I guess. It's been 6 years, 2011, not good with math, yeah, cool. So we've been at the soda fountain for 6 years. It feels like a social experiment where now I guess I do have a business. We have a bookkeeper. We have people that do events now. I don't have to do that. There's people making ice cream right now, hopefully. They came into the kitchen today. But the next big step with Loblolly is we're moving into our own space. So this is the old Dawson drugstore. And the Green Corner store is where Dawson's drugstore is now, and that's where we are right now. We're moving right next door, which is almost like perfect. Like, we've been looking at spaces for 2 years. We've been looking at huge spaces, new developments, old developments. We've been looking at Fayetteville and Argenta, and I mean, if there's a space for lease, we'll look at it. But this fell out into our lap, and it just made sense. We don't have to change our business cards because it's the same building. It's amazing. Hey, that's his money. But we've gotten, the reason why we're moving and we've been looking is we've gotten too crowded at our new space. It's also, we share the space with the Green Corner store, which is a lovely local eco-friendly gift shop. Shelly Green owns it. And really, Loblolly would not exist without her. Like, this wouldn't be a business. We wouldn't be making ice cream. And we want to be able to give her space back so she can expand and grow. And then we want to have our own space so that we can expand and grow. Right now we only serve 10 flavors because we only have space for 10 flavor dipping cabinet. But now we're going to have 32 flavors, and I'm so excited. That sounds like a lot, but I think it'll be okay. I don't know. Basket Robbins is 31, so. So we're going to have dipping cabinets, bigger space. Really the foundation is it's an ice cream store, but we're going to have other fun stuff like coffee. People keep requesting espresso, and we don't do that. Having, again, baked goods, sweet treats, all sorts of fun stuff. And hopefully, if the ABC is okay with it, the beverage control. We're going to have beer and liquors. We can do beer floats and boozy milkshakes because that's been a very popular pop-up when we've gone to restaurants and bars and breweries and done boozy events. And again, we'll be open late. We'll have a private room in the back so we can do birthday parties. We've gotten tons of requests to book the soda fountain for birthday parties, but there's just no space. There's 14 chairs. It's a gift shop. Kids running around with glass and ceramics. It's just terrifying to me. So we'll be able to have a room in the back that people can just like use or rent for free. Reserve the space for meetings if you want ice cream and meat, or you can reserve it for a birthday party. And we're very excited. So that's my excitedness. Again, sorry, I probably went over my time, but again, we just want to always maintain that we're handcrafted ice cream. We make everything from scratch. We make our caramel for our salted caramel. We hand pack everything. I don't want to ever get bigger than that. I don't really want to distribute. And I say that, but I always say yes to things, so who knows. But I don't want to ever distribute past Arkansas. I really want to make it Arkansas and make it something special for people that come to visit Arkansas. Because there's awesome ice cream places all over the U.S. And you guys, anytime you visit a city, you should go get ice cream and tell me about it. And we want to keep being unique and different and using weird ingredients, local ingredients, kind of trying to be innovative and also trying to keep our quality. Like, again, a frozen product that melts, quality is really difficult to maintain. I wish I went into like the dried tea business or, something that doesn't go bad, or melt, or you have to freeze because freezers are expensive. But I know that one day we'll grow out of our kitchen space that we have now, which is actually an old bar, but it works. So that's a big growth that we'll have to deal with when the time comes. But again, we just want to serve ice cream to people and cats and dogs. And support our team, give them living wages, make it fun for them, make it a stepping stone for them. Like, they work for us for 3 to 5 years, or if they always want to work for us, that's fine. But I want to make a place for growth for our team and just serve you ice cream and you eat it. So thank you. That's it. Okay, that's it.
All right, so we're going to do questions. I know you have the time. Please go ahead.
And I do have some tokens, pie tokens, and I have 2 questions to ask you guys, but I can do that at the end. And if you answer it, you get a free pint token. Yay. Okay. Yeah.
Curious what the name.
Yes, that's a good question. Loblolly Creamery came from, the short version is, do you know what our state tree is? Does anyone know what the state tree of Arkansas is? What is it, Sarah? It's the Loblolly pine. Yeah, you get a token. That was like my question. But yeah, the Loblolly pine is our state tree. We knows one day we had a bunch of friends. We were just like splitting a picture, trying to come up with a name. And I gave my friends a challenge. If anyone could come up with a name, they get free ice cream for life. And so Ryan Dunn came up with the name, Loblolly, and he wouldn't accept the reward, but he gave me free flowers because he owned a flower garden here in Little Rock for free ice cream. So that was really nice. Now he's in Fayetteville. But thank you, Ryan. That's how the name came up. Yeah.
How do you come up with these crazy flavors?
Oh, well, that's easy. Yes, a lot of people give us great ideas. Farmers give us a lot of ideas because they have extra produce. There's some lovely ideas online. And then again, it's like a medium. So it's like a blank canvas, you can add any flavor. So different desserts, different countries, really anything. And the team has a lot of ideas. And then also like events. So we're doing the St. Patrick's Day parade this weekend. We'll be here somewhere in North Little Rock. And we're doing, like Irish themes. So like in St. Patrick's Day themes. So lots of green and rainbows and whiskey and Guinness. So kind of events and holidays inspire us as well. Does anyone, okay, next question for me. What was the first event we did ever? Oh, yeah. You won! Yay! All right. That's it. You did it. Great. So, any more questions?
It's 50 hard to source something?
No. I mean, it depends. I mean, like, obviously, like, vanilla and cocoa and coffee is not going to be sourced locally. It can be roasted, it can be processed locally. But I like to educate our customers or guests about seasonality. So we don't have strawberry ice cream year round, and I'm not going to flinch about that. We have other awesome fruit flavors in the wintertime, in the fall, in the summer that people can try. And it's okay that I can't get local cranberries because I'll just do the local raspberries in the summer. So I think it's okay. There's a lot of like ice cream flavors you can use. Rhubarb, we've gotten a lot of requests for rhubarb, but it doesn't grow well in Arkansas. Yeah.
What would you say to weirdest?
That's a great question. I think it'll
What's the weirdest flavor?
Yeah. Oh, I guess I should keep yapping in the mic, shouldn't I? The weirdest flavor. There's been a lot, and I think I've become jaded with weird because I don't know what's weird anymore. And what I think is normal now is like, I'm on the truck selling like, you gotta try this honey lavender. And then a person's like, what? Gross. Why would I eat soap? And I'm like, don't say that. Try it. But but honey, I don't know. Right now, one of our seasonals is honey lavender, but that's really lovely. A lot of people have been putting lavender in their foods now, like chocolate, chocolate lavender. We did a curry honeycomb once that tasted like taco seasoning. That it was my idea, and I didn't execute it well. Spicy ice cream has been really weird again because the spice comes in your throat at the end, and that's really cool. And I like watching when people try it, and they're like, it's not spicy. And well, depends on your spice level, and then they're like, whoa, it's spicy. So I like that delay. We did a spicy Thai with like lemongrass, lime, and coconut. Really popular. It's like a cult classic, but it's really lovely. And then we've done a lot of vegetable flavors, a lot of sorbets with the vegetables like beets and tomatoes. We did a garlic ice cream, not popular. But my friend had a potato, he had a potato potluck where he made a lot of potatoes and he'd bring like a topping. And I brought the garlic ice cream and it was a hit. So it's great on potatoes. But I'm never gonna make it again.
Yeah, along the same lines, do you have you said it's something free, do you know that?
One thing that is an R&D, maybe for perpetuity, because I haven't figured, is that the right word, forever? Is sugar-free. That's really hard with quality because sugar is one of the foundations for our texture. But we've tried different alternatives and we've tried a lot, but we're still working on it. Low fat, sorbets have no fat, but they have a high amount of sugar. So it's all about moderation, I guess. But we're working on sugar-free because that is a high request, and I don't know if it's the demographic or just sugar or I guess sugar's bad, but we're working on it. Gluten-free has been really popular request. So we have gluten-free waffle cones, macarons, and all of our ice creams we try to make gluten-free or let you guys know if there's wheat in something. We've done mango flavored. I don't do it a lot because it's not local or seasonal. I mean, it's seasonal, but we do it a lot for custom flavors for restaurants. We were doing it for a hot minute for a restaurant, but I can't remember who it was. But it's great.
You've ever thought about like doing kind of summer camp for kids, or like how you train up the next generation to learn how to make ice cream?
That's a good idea. A lot of people have asked us to tour our facility, but insurance, that's an issue, and I would think that the summer camp. But if anyone else wants to do it, we'll bring the ice cream and the tools and the knowledge. Time.
We should probably talk.
Yeah. That'd be fun. We have done stuff with the Clinton. They have a culinary camp, and so we've done a class there with them where we get Paco Jets, which it's a really cool small machine that can make really awesome ice cream, and we've done ice cream with them, and they gotta like design their own ice cream, and we've done stuff at the Discovery Museum. But it would be cool to have like birthday. I thought like birthday parties in the back of the new space, and they can make their own ice cream.
Okay, somebody wanted a custom.
Oh, that's a good question.
How much would they get?
Oh yeah. The question was about custom flavors. What I guess I didn't even talk about that because it's like ingrained in my brain that this is what we do. But something unique about Loblolly is we do a lot of custom flavors. We'll make a custom flavor for a restaurant, we'll make a custom flavor for a birthday or a nonprofit, and we'll sample it there. So that's unique about us is that we're a food business that will customize it. And we should probably promote that more. But right now we say 1 gallon custom. We can do a custom gallon flavor, really anything. We've done color specific where the girl had this certain shade of pink that she wanted for her ice cream, which is really hard because freezing colors, again, it depreciates it. But we've done color specific, flavor specific, event specific. Someone was having a big Lebowski theme party and we did a white Russian ice cream. That was really good. But yeah, we do that, and then we do custom ice cream cakes. And something new we've started is the online store. We don't ship. I don't really want to ship ice cream. Again, melts. You have to keep it cold. You have to use dry ice. You have to do 1 or 2 day shipping. Very expensive. But we do online store where you can pick up at the store. So check it out.
Oh, I'm so sorry. This is a weird question, but
Yeah, we do a lot of alcoholic ice cream. We love Rocktown Distillery. We make a bourbon pecan. That's one of our signatures. You can find it at Loblolly, Whole Foods, any of our partner grocery stores. And there should be an updated list on our website of where you can find Loblolly. But bourbon pecan is one of our signatures. But we've done like gin and tonic sorbets. wine ice creams, wine popsicles, chocolate red wine is popular, chocolate stout. We make a lot of beer ice creams. A lot of the breweries like to use it. Recently, we did with Lost Fordia ice cream flights, and we do ice cream flights at the soda fountain where you can get like, you know, like beer flights, like little samples of all the beer. We do that with ice cream at the soda fountain, so you don't have to decide what flavor to get. But at Lost Fordia, we did all boozy, like beer flavors. So we like did like a pale ale sorbet with strawberries, and then we did a chocolate stout with their nighty night. We did a honey buck pecan. So yes, and booze is really lovely because it helps with the texture, and it tastes good. Oh, and champagne sorbet, really popular at weddings.
So I have two questions. One that she just asked about booze. Do you have to have a license?
Oh, alcohol? No, luckily we don't. We don't do too much because if you add too much alcohol to the ice cream, it will not freeze, and it'll just be like a slush. But, and also, unfortunately, we cook out the alcohol because we have to, we cook our bases. But, and the other unique thing about Loblolly is we make all of our bases. So you can buy pre-mix. I used to work at an ice cream store in Atlanta. And you can buy like a pre-mix, like the milk, the cream, the sugar, the stabilizers, all that stuff in the bag. Put it in the ice cream machine, press start, and it makes sweet cream. But we make our sweet cream from scratch. So we cook it, and unfortunately, there's no alcohol. There might be a little bit, but it's like vanilla extract, you know? And you have to eat a lot of ice cream to get drunk.
And my other question is, you said that you received help from
Score?
A.
Oh, the A, yeah.
A score.
The Arkansas.
Yeah. At what point were you in the business where you were like, wait a minute, you know, like what?
Early on, I was like, you know, emoji. Rachel and me went to class with Brian in the beginning. Like, we knew what we should be doing, but it's hard when you're in the day-to-day, when you're serving the customers, making the ice cream, doing the events, trying to do PR, answering emails, not good at it in the beginning. Well, I'm still not good at it, but I hired someone. So we took like a small business 101, we took the accounting. I took a lot. But then Peter from Score, who's our CEO now, really helped be like, okay, let's do cost. Let's get a bookkeeper. Let's, like get a plan on our forecast and projections. But, yeah.
Okay, so you say yes to everything, and
Yes.
that can kind of get you. So talk through some of the big rubs, so to speak, when you transfer from retail to wholesale and distribution. Because that's what a lot of entrepreneurs, especially young ones, when they get told, hey, we're going to give you some money for something, they like to say that word yes. So talk about some of the things that happen during the time, whether it be distribution costs you didn't factor in, or wholesale.
Yeah. I mean, the lucky thing about me is I've never had to ask for money, and I've never had to have like investors. We're fortunate, small business, family small business. But when I started saying yes to the restaurants, the hardest part was the distribution because we had to keep it frozen. So again, thinking about the product, how do you handle it? How do you take care of it? What's the shelf life? Oof. Luckily, ice cream you keep frozen as long as it's airtight a year. Ours is 3 months though, because I think it gets too icy. So it's really about quality again. It's not that it's moldy or it's gonna make you sick. It's the quality. Like when you scoop it, you want the consistency. But for distribution, for wholesale, I wasn't trying to like mass sell my product. So I wasn't going to like Kroger or Walmart. Mostly because I knew that there's no space. So when you're trying to distribute, especially with food, it's really competitive and people pay a lot of money to get shelf space in these big grocery stores. And there's really none in the freezer section because it's freezers, it's like finite. You have this much space. You can only usually get like 3 SKUs, or like 3, I don't know why they call it SKUs. Sarah could tell me why. But it's like 3 products. But it's hard to distribute wholesale. Also, you can't control the product. You don't know how they're handling it. So that's hard. I know a lot of like small artists and producers don't do wholesale because they want to like have control over it all the time. But I would say there's a lot of challenges because wholesalers are our customer too. So on top of the direct customer, on top of our event customers and our catering customers, we have grocery customers and restaurant customers that want specific flavors, and they want it now. And we make ice cream, we try to do a week in advance so that we can plan out, get our product. We make small batches, we make 3 gallons at a time. We don't have a back stock. I have 3 freezers at the kitchen and they're already full. I can't just store ice cream, and we want to keep it fresh and as newly made as possible so there's no ice crystals. So I guess it's challenging because it takes up your time. But I didn't have to spend a lot of money on packaging, mostly because I was fortunate enough that I can buy small quantities. These days the internet's amazing. Amazon. Oh, but nutrition facts, that was hard. And there's good resources in Fayetteville, the U of A, and then food science building. They don't do dairy or meat, but you can get help with nutrition and ingredient lists. But there should be a food innovation hub soon, right, guys? That would be great. And also resources for food manufacturing are far and few here. How to like expand your food manufacturing, that's really hard. I don't know, did I answer that?
No, you got it.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yay.
All right, yay, I have a lot of great questions. We have one more question for you, Sally.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what is one thing that we can all do for Loblolly today when we leave here?
Well, that's easy. Yeah, you guys can. So one thing you can do today is take any ice cream home with you, so I don't have to take it back. And there's these lovely BOGO cards, buy one get one free mini scoops for the soda fountain and the truck by the metal freezer. You guys should take with you. Take all of them. Just put a few in your pocket. They don't expire. And when you go into the soda fountain or truck, you can share with a friend. You get a scoop, then give a scoop to someone that maybe has never tried Loblolly. And then be okay trying new flavors. Yay. All right, that was fun. Don't you think so? That was great. Well, thank you again, Sally, for coming. Thank you all for being here this week. We hope you'll join us again next week. We should have 2 presenters next week, job share and exaption, and we learn all about their story and their journey. And then, you know other great entrepreneurs that should be here, please refer them to us. We'd love to talk to them and get them on our schedule. And then I guess otherwise, that's it. You guys feel free to have some more ice cream, have some more coffee, and please socialize. Thanks.